Okay, the hour of 6 o'clock having arrived, we're going to call the regular meeting of the Sherman Village Board to order. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
President Claffelter?
Yes, 7 members of the village board present. That establishes a quorum. We're going to proceed with the order of business as set forth on the agenda. The agenda has been posted 48 hours in advance of the meeting in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. There's going to be no additions or corrections to the agenda. For the record, the date is Tuesday, March 5th, 2019. We're at the Village Hall, 401 St. John's Drive in Sherman, Illinois. The time is 6 p.m. The regular meeting of the Board of Trustees brings us to item number 2 on the agenda, and that is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if I could ask everybody to stand and face the flag, let's have Mr. Byron Painter lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Under you.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Need to set the agenda. Chairman entertain a motion to set the agenda. Trustee Tim makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Long. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? You guys have it. The agenda is set. Clerk's report. Item number 1 is the presentation of the February 19th, 2019 meeting minutes. Those have been presented for your approval. Clerk has distributed those to the trustees. Do you have any additions or corrections to the minutes as presented? Okay, seeing none, Chair would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Motion's been made by Trustee Rockford, seconded by Trustee Long. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. The minutes are adopted as presented. The next item is the bills for approval. A trustee seeking recognition for discussion purposes regarding the bills. Seeing none, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the bills. A motion to that effect. Trustee Gray makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Schultz. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. The bills are approved for payment. Treasurer's report. Treasurer Stunkel. The treasurer's report.
It's included in the packet.
Anything to point out? Any questions regarding the treasurer's report? Okay, seeing none, we need a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Motion to that effect. Trustee Schultz makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Gray. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. The treasurer's report is adopted as presented. Village engineer, anything to report?
We're still working on the Ameren agreement for the multi-use trail between Sherman and Waynesville. We gave you an updated zoning map to be approved later, and we've been working on closing out MFT and opening MFT projects.
Questions regarding the engineering report?
Is that a question?
Go ahead.
My question is on Village Center Road. Are you looking at doing something by those houses by Waterford just past,
Yes.
yeah.
Where
just
the-
past
where the-
Fire- Yeah.
the big dip is?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Trustee Tim?
I just want to say that's the map that you gave us, it's in our package here, is that what we're talking about? Zoning map?
Yeah, that's later in the, under the president's report.
Oh, okay, never mind, sorry.
I don't have one of those, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes,
This,
that's
yes.
yes. Okay, any additional questions? Okay, we'll move to the legal report. We don't have legal here this evening. Village administrator,
No.
economic development coordinator brings us to the president's report. Item number 1 is the approval of the zoning map changes. Engineer, anything to kind of stipulate?
Well, we worked with Mike Stratton and made the changes that we had. I mean, Mike might be better off telling you what the changes that we found were.
The only real changes was the zoning board met last year, and they made a change to the property on Cabin Smoke Trail owned by the rail, and that was that section that went from B2 to an R2 that was approved both by zoning and by the board of trustees.
Okay, with that being said, we need to adopt and approve the zoning map changes. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Gray makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Hahn. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Rocker?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
That's 6 members voting yes, none voting no. The zoning map with changes is approved. There are no committee and department reports. Brings us to Chief Bangert. Anything to report from the police department?
I just passed up a couple of alleyways to Mike. Did you hear those?
Plus passed up what?
Those.
Oh, the accolades? Yeah. So there's a couple of them. I think I'm just gonna have him distribute them to the board instead of me reading them unless you would like to. Would you like to? Sure. Let's have you do it then.
Yeah, you did. The first one was a letter I received up at the police department, and it reads, Chief Banger, I'd like to let you know how professional and instructive Police Officer Nick Byerline was when he came to our home to help us install our grandson's new car seat in our car. I had no clue what to do, even after reading and rereading the pamphlet that came with the seat. He made it seem so easy and showed us exactly and how to do everything in a manner and a language we could understand. Thank you for getting our officers certified in the child seat installation and having it so convenient for the residents of Sherman. That was from Jeff and Julie Mitchell of Milan Drive. And the second one was an email I received. Chief, on the afternoon of Saturday, March 2nd, the SHG girls basketball team caravan made an impromptu stop in the parking lot of the county market in Sherman. I had arranged for an escort once we arrived in Springfield, but we wanted to ensure everyone was accounted for before heading into town. Officer Byerline, doing his job as a patrol officer, observed several cars parked in the county market parking lot, and elected to investigate. After a friendly conversation between the two of us, Officer Byerline volunteered to provide an escort from the county market to the area of Carpenter's Park, where we would be met by Springfield PD and Springfield Fire Department. Officer Byerline enlisted the services of Deputy Chief Fulcher, who also assisted in the escort from County Market. I wanted to take this opportunity to show my appreciation for the efforts of both Deputy Chief Fulcher and Officer Byerline. Not only did they choose to look into a situation that was out of the ordinary, how our vehicles were parked in the lot, but also offered assistance without being asked. Not to mention the SHG girls had a blast with the escort. I simply wanted to share this example of community policing in action. Sincerely, Ken Scarlett, Deputy Chief, Field Operations, Springfield Police Department.
All right.
I'll share those along.
Very good.
Yes.
Anything else under the police department, Chief?
Deputy Chief Fulcher also had the opportunity to read
Oh, yeah.
Cat the Hat, or one of the Dr. Seuss books several times up at the elementary school the other day, and everybody seemed to enjoy it, so.
He had a few extra props that he used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was excited about it. He told me about it weeks ahead of time, so he was getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it. That's awesome. That's excellent. Director Mike Mose of the Sherman Emergency Management Agency.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling Chris Deputy Chief Seuss. We didn't have time at the last meeting, so I sort of have a couple things to go over what we've been doing. One of the things is been expanding our core of volunteers that are part of the group instead of just Randy and I. And Randy's done more part-time because of, for some odd reason, he wants to go to warm weather a lot and is not around as much. So I've talked to a couple people that have some good backgrounds, and first of all, Randy and Kristen Evans are still with us. It's not like they're leaving or anything like that. Kristen, her background was she used to be with the Illinois Emergency Management Agency, so there's a lot of experience there. Heinz Mueller is part of the group now. Some of you might know him. He used to be a master sergeant with the state police in charge of the hazardous materials unit, and very interested in what we're doing. Kenny Downs, just retired from the sheriff's office, the courts system, and was an active member with Sherman Fire and Williamsville, so he's got a lot of background experience. And then our own Jerry Snyder, who used to be a police officer here, and now was Secretary of State Police and doing well there, has expressed interest. So we're going through a robust training schedule. I want to get everybody up to here as fast as possible before the storms
become really active, but it's nice to have some real interested people. In regards to weather, I was really pleased, this was spontaneous. Sherman Elementary School has contacted Mike today, I think it was, and passed a message on to me that they're holding a weather drill tomorrow and wanted me to be there to evaluate and see how it goes. I talked to Chief Bangard and Chief Masterhand, and they're going to also join me and see how the exercise goes. It should go well. They've proven that they know what they're doing, but it's nice to get that invite and be part of it. Another weather-related item is we just got delivered today 15 weather radios that will replace the weather radios that I had gotten under a grant 15 years ago at least.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, so we're going to be replacing many of the units that barely work or aren't working, including we're going to expand a little bit and put weather radios at Waldrop Park and at the new Village Park at both concession stands, so there's a little bit more awareness of something's going on. And then the last thing to bring to your attention is back to the AT&T alert problem that we've been having. Last time I mentioned to you that we were able to contact somebody at AT&T at the national level, but they tried their best, but whoever controls the gate in regards to the software is on the West Coast and they're not cooperating very well, so we still had the problem. The vendor continued to work on it and has worked on I guess you could say, a way of getting around the situation. Right now, when a alert goes out, and it should work today, all customers will get the alert now. And in the URL, that was the problem, the address that gave you where you could click on the navigation, the URL, and it would take you directly to the message from the Weather Service. Now it's going to the Weather Service weather story page. That's our way of getting around. It's a standard, shorter URL that for some odd reason AT&T won't stop. And it still gets information to the public. It's just not as crisp and concise as what was originally broadcast. It's going to be that way for everybody for a couple of weeks. I'm hoping by the end of the month that everybody but AT&T will have it back to the way they had it before, where there will be a URL. It's just AT&T customers we can't get around right now, and they'll just have the weather story that will come up for them. And then I'm going to be following up with anybody that contacted us about the problem to let them know that, you know, the problem's been resolved and this is what's going on, and see if they had any questions.
Should we have gotten a notification today?
No, it was, I said it wrong. Today was the siren system you should have gotten something on the alert for the siren system.
I did not get something today.
I think-
Usually I do, but
Yeah.
I did not today.
All right, let me double check.
And that's Verizon.
Verizon.
When the sirens go off, it's gonna be a text also.
So, okay, I'll check with you. Any other questions?
Anybody else? Anything?
Mike, I did get the weather alerts. Chris and I are getting the weather alerts now. Before, we only got the cancellations.
Right.
Now we are getting the alerts.
Right.
But I didn't get one about the siren from Sherman, but I did get one from Williamsville, because I signed up for theirs too.
It went off at 10 o'clock, I'll double check.
Yeah, I heard it go off, but I didn't get a text about it. From Sherman, I got one from Williamsville, not Sherman. But I did get the Sherman weather alerts last week when we got the storms that came through last weekend or whenever it was.
Right.
We did get those.
I got the messages on both phones, so I don't know what's going on, I'll just have to double check.
Are you AT&T?
Huh?
Are you AT&T?
Yeah, we're AT&T too.
Okay. Take a look at that.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Public Works, we give them the evening off. There's nothing regarding Public Works this evening. We do need to thank these guys again and again and again as we do our public work, or our public safety guys. You guys do an unbelievable job, but Public Works, it seems like I think this is the 6th weekend that they've had to go out, and that's not fun, whether it has to do with the Super Bowl or, you know, any other event that they're getting ready to go to. The weather doesn't care, and our guys are always out and ready to go and prepared for these weather conditions when they hit us. So without them being here, I still want to say thanks to those guys for, you know, stepping up at any hour. They've got some crazy times that they have to answer the call of duty. So if you see them and you get a chance to say thanks for keeping our roads clear and salting the, you know, slick intersections, please do so, because they definitely deserve and they like hearing the compliments too. You know, that you know, everybody likes compliments, but especially when you're working as hard as them. Mike?
Yeah, I forgot to mention one other thing, if I may. And it corresponds with CASCOM and them upgrading. One of the things that's gonna occur, and I brought it to their attention a couple of years ago, that is we wanted a cable system override, so if there was a message from the weather service, that would go across in the system. Supposedly the new, whatever they're doing at their end, they're working on that to have that available for us. So that'll be another feature, another way of getting information.
Very good. Okay, it brings us to new business on the agenda. There is no new business. There is no.
Actually, I do have something I
Oh.
wanna say.
Go ahead.
We didn't get asked at the beginning, so.
That's, go ahead.
I just wanted to put a feeler out there, so maybe we can talk about it at the next meeting, about the, May will be here before we know it, so we got cleanup day
Yep.
and garage sales.
Yep.
So we've been typically having our garage sales the last weekend of April, and the first weekend of May is when we do cleanup day. I'm assuming we probably will do the same thing with that, but I'm gonna maybe kind of start looking at their calendars and see how it's gonna work.
Okay, yeah, we'll just have to check with the, you know, the waste haulers and see what
Exactly.
works and
Yep.
with.
And I will.
We also need to check with opening a softball too, because that's conflicted some, you know, remember in the past, when that's
Can one
conflicted,
of you
so.
guys check on that for
We'll have
me?
to balance on
And
that.
get back with me on that before I check with the waste hauler.
If I can check with Marcia.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, Mark.
great, thanks.
Alrighty,
Could I ask one thing?
absolutely.
Does anybody think the railroad tracks there on Andrew is getting a little bumpy? I don't know. Maybe it's my 2005 Chevy Impala. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It just seems a little bumpy, and that'd be the railroad's problem, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
I don't know if
We can contact the
we
railroad.
could look at it and give them a call.
We give them a call.
How about we take you over it in a 2015 vehicle? Maybe even a 2012 vehicle.
I'm happy with mine.
I will say this morning though, the arms were down and no train came by for a long time this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of cars were turning around. I think one of the police officers was there too.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he turned around too.
All right. Well, that would give us another reason to do some outreach to the railroad.
And are we supposed to be talking to them soon about the, not using their horn at the crossing before long?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ride zone?
Ride zone, yes, that is in the
Yes.
works.
We're
We are
discussing with them now.
working on that.
Is there gonna be more than just the one crossing in Sherman, going down towards?
There's
That'd be
two-
all the way.
There's two of them, so I can go all the way through.
Okay, anybody else, anything? Trustees? Nothing? Brings us to old business, of which there's nothing under old business. We do not have any civic organizations before us. I want to thank everybody for their time this evening. I do want to say that the newest newsletter is coming out. Speaking of action in the previous board meeting, where we talked about what we're doing with AT&T, bringing, you know, small cells to some of our light poles to advance and increase coverage for AT&T customers. CASCOM internet customers, which is pretty much all of Sherman, should see greater internet speeds in the future. They're installing fiber optic line, and then we're going to be moving forward, weather permitting, on this new playground system. And this summer is going to be one very pretty picture out at Village Park when you see lots of kids and children and families and grandparents enjoying the amenities that exist, in addition to the playground system, 10,000 square foot area playground system that's going to be installed very soon. Trustees, anything else? So, There's no further business to come before the board. The chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Schultz makes a motion, seconded by trustee Long. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. We're adjourned at 6:55, 6:56.
56.